Und Hallihallöchen zurück zu Final Fantasy XVI, Episode 94 und wir sind weiterhin mit Nebenquests beschäftigt. Die haben mir gar nichts zu sagen. Und wir sind jetzt hier im Archiv der Hüter der Flamme. Moment, ich mach mal hier genau das hier. Ich mach mal die Aufträge aus, mach mal hier das hier an. Nee. Genau das hier.
This is the Required Tree, an archive where we of the Undying collect and collate our findings. Fragments of Ultima's true nature surely lie buried within these pages. We have only to unearth them.
Okay. Na dann. Lord Cyril, nach dem Fall von Drachenschweif und der Verdunkelung des Himmels haben Anhänger aus ganz Palästea eine seltsame Veränderung an den vorzeitlichen Gebilden, welche wir gemeinhin als Chronolithen bezeichnen, festgestellt. Erlaubt mir, euch erste Ergebnisse unserer Studien an den nächstgelegenen dieser Tafeln zu präsentieren. Es gelang uns, die Aktivierung des Gebildes in der nördlichen Weltkreuz mit eigenen Augen zu bestätigen, doch ein Sandsturm zwang uns zu einem einstweiligen Rückzug. Wir werden einen zweiten Versuch unternehmen, sobald sich der Wind gelegt hat. Im Drakos-Becken glückte unseren Forschern ein direkter Kontakt. Es konnte jedoch keine weitere Veränderung festgestellt werden, weder durch Berührung noch durch einige kräftige Hiebe mit Faust und Schwert. Was auch immer der Zweck ihrer Aktivierung sein mag, es scheint ein anderer zu sein als jener der zur Verteidigung bestimmten Echos, die wir bisher in den Ruinen der Gefallenen vorgefunden haben. Wir werden unsere Studien der Chronolithen und jeglicher Schriften, welche sich mit ihnen befassen, mit der gebotenen Dringlichkeit fortsetzen. Über erwähnenswerte neue Erkenntnisse werde ich eure Lordschaft eiligst in Kenntnis setzen. Möge die Flamme des Phönix immer in eurem Herzen brennen. Tomasz, Leiter des 2. Archäologischen Ordens. Erster Archäologischer Orden, Dalmekischer Flügel, 53. Monatsbericht. Neue Erkenntnisse von unserem eingeschleusten Mitglied bei jenem Bergvolk, welches jüngst in einer abgeschiedenen Gegend Dalmekia Zuflucht gefunden hat. Der Hauptsitz dieses kleinen Stammes scheint regelmäßige Vorratslieferung von Hugo Kupkas steinerner Wache zu erhalten. Weitere Nachfragen ergaben, dass die dort ansässigen Lord Kupka, wie sie ihn nennen, größte Achtung entgegenbringen. Ob er ihre Loyalität schlicht erkauft hat oder eine tiefere Verbindung zwischen dem Volk und Titan besteht, ist noch unklar.
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for their own ends. Why? Not so very long ago, a society committed to discovering how one might cast magics without a catalyst was found to be operating throughout Valisthea. They were denounced as heretics, rooted out, and driven from our shores, never to be seen again.
Okay, na dann.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
The griffin your father meant to slay is currently nesting in Titan's Wake, not far from here. Slay it in his stead, and claim the Heartstone that he could not.
Okay.
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
So. Ui. Jo, also hier wollte ich auch nochmal durch die Orte gehen. Da ist noch was und oben ist noch was. Gehen wir erstmal hier hin. Und dann darüber.
Ready, go? Yeah! Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Hui.
There it is.
So, na dann.
For House Rosfield. Oh, ich sehe nichts. Wow, was ist hier los? Oh oh. Was ist mit dem?
Okay. Simurg erlegt. Herzstein. Greife leiden unter einer Art Kristallflucht, bei dem sich ihr Fleisch im Laufe ihres Lebens, indem sie Äther kanalisieren, langsam in Stein verwandelt. Anders als bei Trägern ist die Wirkung jedoch auf einen Bereich um ihr Herz herum beschränkt und der langsame Fortschritt der Versteinerung führt zur Bildung eines Edelsteins von seltener Schönheit.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
So, der hatte ganz schön ausgeteilt, der Gute. Geh jetzt nochmal nach Krethow. Weiß nicht, was war das nochmal für ein Ort? War da irgendwas? Waren da Leute? Nee. Oder? Nee. Aber in... Nee, Trabusch war ich gewesen. Da muss ich noch hin. Und da muss ich ja auch sowieso noch... Beziehungsweise... auf dem Weg nach hier unten. Ja. Na gut. So.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godotha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Godotha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Griff des Begründers.
I remain your faithful servant, my lord.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Okay. Bevor wir da hingehen, können wir mit Cyril nochmal reden.
When last I heard from him, the third chair was bound for Nickelback.
Den will ich bloß wegschicken. Der Griff des Begründers. Armbänder, die jenen nachempfunden wurden, mit denen der mythische Begründer Rosarias auf uralten Gravuren abgebildet ist. Großherzog Elwyn wollte sie seinen geliebten Söhnen zu deren Erreichen der Mündigkeit schenken. Als Erinnerung an die unzerstörbaren Bande, die die Brüder als Erben der herzoglichen Linie miteinander verbinden, sowie die unerschütterliche Hingabe, die zum Erfüllen ihrer Pflicht notwendig sein würde. Okay, also Leben. Würde ich was dazu kriegen, aber 3 in Verteidigung. Weniger. Ich glaube, das würde es nicht bringen. Deswegen, schauen wir mal, wo muss ich jetzt hin? Hier? Nee. Aber wir können... Was ist das hier eigentlich? Triff Hafen an den Toren von Randella. Ne, dann machen wir das erstmal. Machen das andere erst dann weiter, wenn wir auf eine andere Map gehen. Sage ich jetzt einfach mal so.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
So, was hast du? Sowas, okay.
You're welcome anytime.
Do you see that too?
Okay, also die reagieren jetzt hier darauf.
There are many variations of the Zemeckis legend, but almost all agree that man was punished for presuming to set foot in the sanctum of the gods. Some describe it as holy, others heavenly, which is to say, of the heavens. Could it be that the baleful mass that now glowers over us is this very sanctum? Have the gods returned to pass judgment upon us once more?
Okay, also muss ich hier mal einen Rundgang machen, weil komischerweise...
It's not real. It can't be. I'm seeing things.
Komischerweise hat sich das hier verändert alles. Die reagieren jetzt hier drauf. Ja, dann gehen wir doch mal eine Runde hier. Da hinten ist ja dieser Markt.
Oh God. No one's going to buy a pot now.
Please, a piece of fruit.
Aber die
Is
hier...
it true about Twinside? Those poor people.
Aye, and poor us too. Trade with the Dominion was the only thing keeping these markets afloat. Now that's finished. So are we. I see you've met with Master Cyril. I too serve the Phoenix, my lord, though in an altogether more lowly capacity than the bearer of the Burning Quill. I came here to conduct inquiries into the true history of the sins of Zemeckis. That a great tragedy occurred is evidenced clearly enough by the scars left on the land. But who is truly to blame, man or God? His Grace suspected the latter, and so I was sent here to investigate.
Have you seen what's washed up at our gates? Imperial nobles, no less.
I don't know whether to pity them for the trials they went through in Twinside, or to say it's their own bloody fault for stealing the city in the first place.
The Dominion's gone, they're saying. All the islands sunk to the bottom of the sea.
Thank Gilbert the guards closed the gates. If they hadn't, we'd be down there too.
Okay.
Please. I've walked the length of the Crystal Road without a drop of water.
We'll bring you a skin after you tell us what happened in the Dominion.
Just between you and me, we lost contact with the forward camps a while ago. Till we know more about the situation in Twinside, the gates are staying shut.
What am I to do? My entire fortune sleeps at the bottom of the Strait of Arthur.
Not your entire fortune. Those rings will buy you some bread.
Okay, muss ich mich mal ordentlich hinsetzen. So. Okay, Trunks schleicht hier rum. Na komm hoch, na komm. Na komm, mein Kleiner. Na komm. Hm? Komm her. Hm? Trunks, na komm. Sitzt hier vor mir, aber will nicht auf den Schoß. Hm?
Eloise is a strong woman. She'll get through this, with some help from her friends.
So, jetzt ist er hochgesprungen. Nein, geh weg vom Mikrofon. Leg dich hin. Ja, mein Guter. Mein Guter. So.
Trouble at the gate?
Refugees from the Dominion.
Look, everyone, just take what you need. Coin be damned.
please. A piece of fruit.
So, gehen wir nochmal hier die Runde weiter.
It's good to see you.
Ah ja.
When we fled our childhood home,
Als wir von zu Hause weggelaufen sind, haben wir unsere ganze Vergangenheit hinter uns gelassen. Nicht nur den Reichtum unserer Familie, sondern auch unsere Identität. Ich wurde zu Eloise, mein Bruder zu Theodore. Auf einmal hatten wir nichts außer diesen Namen und einem Hass auf eine Gesellschaft, die meinen Bruder versklaven wollte. Das hat uns erst recht angespornt. Wir schworen uns, andere zu retten, die Theos Schicksal teilen. Aber dafür brauchten wir zwei Dinge, Geld und Vertrauen. Wir suchten uns Arbeit und legten so viel Gil wie möglich zur Seite, um Träger freizukaufen. Wir erklärten ihnen, dass sie nun frei seien und gaben ihnen allen eine Wahl. Entweder sie könnten für uns gegen gerechte Bezahlung und eine Unterkunft in Bocklat arbeiten, oder wir würden ihnen helfen, ein anderes Ziel sicher zu erreichen. Die meisten haben sich aber dazu entschlossen, bei uns zu bleiben. Theo hatte sie mit seiner Offenheit sofort für sich gewonnen. Im Grunde war er es, der sie alle gerettet hat. Und auch mich.
I loved him.
Er fehlt mir so sehr, aber er lebt in unseren Herzen weiter und ich werde die Arbeit fortführen, die wir beide begonnen haben. Ich spüre, dass er über uns wacht.
Did I tell you?
Weißt du, irgendwo zwischen Theos Sachen habe ich eine Karte von Kaschlok gefunden. In kleiner Schrift hat er etwas an den Rand geschrieben. Ein Traum, der beginnt, wenn der Albtraum endet.
That was what he wanted.
Das war sein größter Wunsch. Er träumte von einem Neuanfang, von einem Ende des Leids, das die Träger dieser Welt schon so lange ertragen müssen. Auf dem Weg zur Erfüllung seines Traums hat Theo sein Leben gelassen. Darum liegt es jetzt an uns, dass er doch noch wahr wird.
No matter how hard it might be.
Egal wie schwer es wird oder wie lange es noch dauert, ich schwöre, dass ich nicht aufgeben werde. Das bin ich meinem Bruder schuldig.
The Dominion has fallen.
Seit das Dominion gefallen ist, werden hier in Bocklat die Beschwerden lauter. Sowohl die Schreie von denen, die auf der Flucht vor der Zerstörung sind, als auch die mürrischen Klagen von jenen, die ihnen Zuflucht gewähren müssen. Und so wird es noch lange weitergehen. Schließlich verschlucken die Ätherfluten weiterhin große Teile der Republik. Von Tag zu Tag fällt es mir schwerer, das schwarzseherische Gerede vom Weltuntergang als Unsinn abzutun. Aber vielleicht ist der Untergang dieser Welt in Wirklichkeit die Chance, eine neue zu erschaffen. Unsere Arbeit ist nur der
The
Anfang.
Crimson Caravans must set an example.
Die rote Karawane muss mit gutem Beispiel vorangehen. Mit den Fähigkeiten und dem Wissen, das Theo und ich uns über all die Jahre angeeignet haben, werden wir dafür sorgen, dass alle, die hier standen, versorgt werden. Es ist zu spät zum Fliehen, also bleibt uns nur unser Zuhause zu einem sicheren Ort für alle zu machen.
It is our job to keep the hope alive.
Wir müssen die Hoffnung am Leben halten. Wenn wir es nicht tun, wer dann?
Farewell.
I've never seen Michelle cry before. Is Theo really gone then? He's never coming back.
That's true, and we have to look after Michelle, just like Theo looked after us.
We'll make a home of Cashlock, however long it takes. It's what Theo would have wanted.
Okay, wo ist Kaschlok nochmal? Das war dieses... War das dieses Fischerdorf? Ich weiß es nicht mehr. Möglicherweise.
Poor old Theodore. We may have been rivals in business, but I never wished him ill.
Who needs a porter when there's nowhere left to go?
Do you have any fresh water? The well's been all but dry since the skies changed.
Barely a drop left for myself. Looks like I'll be making another trip to Chedra's Thread.
It's the end, isn't it? The gods have sent that thing to punish us.
That thing in the sky. It looks to me like a mother crystal, or at the very least some twisted reflection of one. But where did it come from? Has the spirit of its fallen cousins returned to haunt us?
Den habe ich ja irgendwie nie gesehen hier hinten. Letzte Male, wo ich hier durchgerannt bin. Ist hier versteckt. Na gut. Können wir jetzt langsam Richtung Ausgang gehen.
Do you see that too?
Papa, what keeps it in the air? Why doesn't it fall?
Don't you go tempting fate, girl.
What is it?
Don't ask me.
Oh, please. Just make it stop. Make it stop.
I'm scared.
It's all right. I'm here.
Nothing good's gonna come of this, I'm telling you.
Just looking at it's enough to send a shiver down your spine.
Na gut, dann können wir jetzt ja in diese Richtung gehen.
Faster.
Und tatsächlich diese Nebenaufgabe beenden. Oder zumindest anfangen. Also, ne? Überhaupt was damit machen. Aber es ist halt einfach zu interessant, einfach nochmal so ein Check-up zu machen in den Orten. Bei Charakteren, die uns, ja, durchaus auch wichtig geworden sind. Im Verlauf des Spiels.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Wo? Ach, dort, okay.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Okay. Soldaten bezwungen. Der hat mehr ausgehalten, als ich dachte. Aber, naja.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Okay. Genau das, was ich dachte.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together, even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps?
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Okay. Sprich auf Goldhans Hof mit Quentin. Lass erstmal hier gucken gehen. Irgendwas ist? Nö. Kann ich hier durch? Nee. Okay, dann ist auf dieser Map erstmal nix. So, ein Tabor. Wo war ich gewesen? Kretorf ist nix. In Dravusht war ich gewesen und in Buklat. Also gehe ich jetzt erstmal hier die Mission abholen. Ich schätze mal, die wird auch hier gemacht, die Mission. Das ist ja hier mit dem Dings wieder.
Victor take the bearer's side?
For a share in Lubor's ill-gotten gil, perhaps?
What do you mean, don't jump to conclusions? He cast a spell without...
Okay, das ist hier noch weiterhin der Zustand.
Why is everyone being mean to Lubor?
Genau, der Status Quo ist, die sind noch böse auf den. Na dann.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The Hideaway.
Hasenjagd 2, die Kinder im Versteck aufnehmen. Jederzeit.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Auftrag angenommen. Hasenjagd 2. Sprich mit Konrad und Natalie in der Taverne.
What's an Akashic?
You have to listen to me.
Lubor told me they're like people.
You need to evacuate.
It's even meaner.
Know
and
your
scary.
place, bearer.
How long do we have until these Akashic arrive, do you think? There are no Akashic. He's just trying to scare us.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside? It's driving away our customers.
Lord Ferda summoned the men to the south gate. We'll be joining him as soon as we're able.
Okay.
I saw the whole thing. The magic flew straight from Lubor's hand.
None of the stalls were plundered this time, thanks Peter Gilbert.
Okay, manche reagieren jetzt auf diese Situation, manche aber nicht. Okay.
I think we'd better shut up shop for today.
Okay. Na dann.
You lied about being one of us, and you're lying now.
What's the commotion?
That snake spitting his lies again by the sound of it.
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I do not know if you are in league with Lubor or if he has merely filled your head with his lies, but I do know that not a word you say is true.
Enough of your nonsense, Lord Underhill. Leave us be.
Na gut.
You lied about being one of us?
What's Lubor raving about now?
What commotion is this, I asked myself. A sudden stampede of customers towards my humble stall? No, it was a stampede of customers away from Lubor's.
Oh, what's the point in encouraging people to have a bath to raise their flagging spirits when they're sure to be crushed again the moment they get out?
Daddy, what happened to your crystal?
Okay.
That should be everything. Question is.
Hier ist aber alles ganz normal. Lass mal mit ihr reden.
Anything I can interest you in?
Schnell. Was hast du hier alles? Auch die Dunkelheit.
Thank you for your custom.
Lord Furder.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted.
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run! Run! Far away!
Run!
Just go on!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
Go! Come on then.
Go on! Just go. Just go.
Lubor.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Go.
Come on!
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who who spends all day every day making sure things run smoothly around here. And none of you ever say thank you. Ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done. As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
Na gut.
Looks like everyone's ready. I'd better not keep them waiting.
Come, everyone, to the bathhouse.
Get all these
We will
weapons
defend
into the
Dalamil
hands
as
of the
best we
Watch.
can,
They're
but
no
the
use
town
flying
won't be
around
truly
here.
safe until the horde at Charatina has been dealt with. And who better to subdue the League of Outlaws than the king of their kind?
Monsters aren't going to hurt us, are they? Of course not. Lubor's gonna stop them.
We're low on potions and bandages. Do you have any more in the stores?
I'll go and fetch some right away. Is there anything else you need?
Lubor's a liar! A liar and a bearer! Why should we believe him now?
Because once the Akashic arrive, it'll be too late to change our minds. Come on, to the bathhouse!
Okay, jetzt haben die neue Dialoge.
This is it, men. We fight as one. For Dalamil.
Okay. Also kann ich jetzt einen Rundgang machen und nochmal ein bisschen schauen, wie so die Reaktionen hier sind.
So they've finally stopped shouting. But you just know that when this is all over, they'll come piling back in here to drink themselves stupid.
And I'll be the first to welcome them. If we're still alive.
So, gehen wir erstmal unten lang.
Everyone, to the bathhouse. Lubor was telling the truth. There is an army of Akashic on its way. Oh, gods.
Save your prayers for when we're behind the barricades.
I may not be a soldier, but I can fight. Please, let me join you.
Gladly. Go and find the men at the north gate. They'll give you a weapon.
Will we be safe in the bathhouse? Should we not run while we have the chance?
Anyone who can't fight, come inside the bathhouse. There's plenty of room.
Mummy, are the bad men coming again?
It's all right. The town guard will protect us. Let's go inside. It's probably best to keep out of their way.
This way! Everyone inside! Quickly!
What are they saying? Something about the baths.
The Akashic are coming? Why did I sell that blasted bearer? He could have kept them from me.
Calm yourself. We'll be fine. We just need to hide in the bathhouse until it's all over.
Everything here is for the use of the town watch. Take anything you need.
We will defend the town with our lives. The enemy may outnumber us, but they will never outmatch us.
Okay. So, ihr seid hier draußen. Draußen ist so ganz chillige Musik. Fast schon melancholische. Und hier drin ist aufregende Kampfmusik.
What's all the hurly-burly about this time?
So, hier oben ist aber niemand mehr. So wie es aussieht. Hier. Hier drin. Ne, na gut. Dann gehe ich da mal hin.
But what's waiting for us inside? We can't leave a single one alive.
Ouchie. Kasische Banditen bezwungen. Okay, Santetsuken 5 ist schon ganz schön nice, muss ich sagen.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
Einige Zeit später.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it.
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat? How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubor. About the children.
Fear not. You are, of course, relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalimil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Hasenjagd 2. Der Schild des Dornenkusses. Das Schild des Dornenkusses, Stolz von Dalimil. Die Schmiede ist bei reisenden Kaufleuten fast so beliebt wie die berühmten heilenden Bäder, in denen sie auf dem Weg nach Drachenfang ihre Sattelwunden auskurieren können. Der Hauch des Lichtes Impuls verringert die Wartezeit bis zum erneuten Einsatz von Impuls um 2,0 Sekunden.
I knew I was right not to give up on Lubor. He'll make a wonderful mayor. You mark my words.
Aye, he served the town well enough, but then he is a bearer, born to serve. Long may it last.
From bearer boy to mayor of Dalimil, how far Lubor has come, and how richly he deserves it.
Well, I certainly didn't expect it, but Dalimil seems more united than ever. I'll have to redouble my efforts to bring Kostnis under control. Can't have Lubor showing me up again.
I shall devote my every effort to creating a haven for man and bearer both. Just like a certain someone else I know. Someone to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
I knew they'd change their tune. Dalimil would be lost without Master Lubor.
As they're only too aware. I doubt they'd have accepted any other bearer as their master.
So, den Rundgang hier nach dieser Situation mache ich dann aber erst in der nächsten Episode. Aber schön, dass hier Lubor natürlich jetzt das Happy End bekommen hat. Das hätte man sich vielleicht schon so denken können, dass er vielleicht nicht gehen muss und dass irgendwas passiert. Dass er jetzt sogar der Dorfrat wird, oder beziehungsweise Bürgermeister, wie es eigentlich, wie das englische Wort hier immer verwendet wird, als Mayor. Aber im Deutschen ist es der Dorfrat. Ja, also, wie es dann weitergeht hier mit dem Rundgang und weiteren Nebenquests, das erfahrt ihr in der nächsten Episode. Bis dahin, ciao!